In the small African village of Tonto lived a man called Sampson. Sampson was not a handsome man. He was short, with a rough face and an awkward walk. People often laughed at him and called him ugly. He always wore his old red top and black trousers, clothes that made him stand out on the roadside. But even with his looks, Sampson had one thing many men in the village did not have. He had courage, and he had a dream. One day, Sampson saw a beautiful young woman at the market. Her name was Suzzy. Suzzy was not only beautiful, she was full of life. Her skin glowed in the sun, her brown straight dress showed her perfect shape, and her smile warmed the hearts of those around her. Men in the market whispered to each other when she passed, but Suzzy walked with grace and respect. Sampson fell in love with her the very first day. People laughed. "How can this ugly Trotro driver win the heart of such a beautiful lady?" they asked. But Sampson did not give up. He followed Suzzy's family, helped them carry water, and showed respect to her parents. Over time, Suzzy saw something in Sampson. He was kind, hard-working, and he loved her sincerely. After some months, the families gathered. It was a big day in Tonto. Drums were played, women danced in colourful African cloth, and elders poured libation to bless the marriage. Sampson married Suzzy. The people of Tonto talked for many days. Some said Suzzy was too beautiful for Sampson, but others said love has no eyes. After marriage, life was not easy. Sampson owned a small Trotro car that carried passengers from village to town. Every morning, he started the engine, and beside him, Suzzy worked as the mate. She stood in her brown dress, calling passengers with her sweet voice, "Accra, Accra, circle, circle, come inside." People admired Suzzy every day. Some passengers whispered, "This mate is too beautiful for this work." Others laughed and said, "Her husband is lucky." But Sampson was proud. He loved driving his Trotro with his wife as his partner. They worked together, shared jokes, and counted coins at the end of the day. One afternoon, the Trotro stopped at the roadside in Tonto. Passengers climbed in, men in shirts, women in kaba and slit, children in school uniforms. Among them was a tall, neat man named John. John wore a white top and black trousers. He had a calm face and a gentle smile. When John entered the Trotro, his eyes fell on Suzzy. Suzzy collected the fares with her usual charm. When she reached John, he smiled and handed her money. But when Suzzy tried to give him back his change, John shook his head softly and said, "Keep it." Suzzy looked at him with surprise. She had seen many men admire her, but John's eyes were different. He admired her beauty, yes, but there was something more in his look, something deeper. Suzzy felt shy and turned her face away. Sampson, focused on the road, did not notice. The other passengers looked at Suzzy and John. Some laughed quietly, others kept silent. In the Trotro that day, something new began, a story that would change Sampson, Suzzy and John forever. But this was only the beginning. In Tonto village, stories do not end in one day.